Okay. So, okay, I think I'm live. Hopefully. Can you hear me? Can I get some feedback if I'm audible? If what I'm saying is audible? I hope it's possible to see my screen. Can I get some feedback in the chat if you can hear me? Hi. Just need some feedback in the chat so that I know that my audible is like you can hear me. All right, perfect. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, perfect. All right, then I'll start the call. Okay, I'm ready. Then I'll just
Hello.
Yes, hello, hi. How are you? Yeah, nice. Yeah, can you hear me? Am I audible? Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, hello. Is this Tom?
Yeah, like this is Neep. Tom is just my alias name, how to say. Yeah. Okay. Nice, finally it worked. I'm sorry for the delay, like I had to check my streaming tool and everything and to set it up properly. So yeah.
Hello, Neep. First of all, thank you very much for having this call. We are looking forward to be able to answer all your questions. Just to introduce ourselves, my name is Georgi Medzhidiliev. I am a Chief Compliance Officer at AnyTech365, and I have right next to me our CEO, Janus Nielsen, our founder and CEO at AnyTech365. Okay, thank you very much for having us.
Yeah, thanks for agreeing to be on the live stream with me and answering the questions, because obviously that's not something that all the companies or tech support companies are doing, so I really appreciate that you're also agreeing to make the call and also to make it on a live stream.
Absolutely.
So like as an introduction to my subscribers to like how I got to know you and how the whole story went on, I wanted to give a short recap. First of all, to my followers, subscribers, if you have questions, I can't read them right now in the chat because I'm focusing on the discussion, but feel free to ask in the end, and I'll try to read the chat at the end and answer them, or yeah. So the background is that initially there was a forum post made by our moderator Techline about IOBIT and AnyTech365, which included some email addresses, and Mr. Medzhidiliev emailed us to remove the email addresses, which we did. And since then, we had kind of doubts about the legitimacy of AnyTech365 and also IOBIT, because they are using, IOBIT at least is using scareware to, make people buy software or support by over-dramatizing errors. So since then we have stayed in contact, and we talked about the ethical aspects of legitimate tech support. And now recently I found another pop-up on the internet which has led to a software called Outbyte that is in some sort affiliated to AnyTech365. So as an introduction to AnyTech365, can you give me some sort of recap, what the company is about and the size of it, the location, etc.?
Sure.
Let me do that. First of all, also I want to say thank you for giving us this opportunity, and thank you for having the interest in our company. We can discuss what kind of interest you have, but at least you have an interest in the company. So for me that is interesting. I want first of all to let you know or explain who we are and what kind of business we are doing. Okay. So you have to allow me to maybe spend 5 minutes explaining about myself and explaining about my background. It seems like I understand that you are German. I am from Denmark.
Oh, nice.
So, so you are German, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I spent half of my youth in München because my father, he was working for 35 years with Siemens. I don't know where in Germany you are located.
Yeah, I can't disclose that sadly, but yeah, I'm also from
Okay.
Germany. Yeah.
So that is a little bit sad that all of you guys want to hide behind aliases and don't want to disclose your names and where you are, because we have no problem disclosing what we are doing and who we are. But never mind, so many things. Anyway, my name is Janus Nielsen, and I am 49 years old. I have been in the security software industry all my life. I have been starting quite a few security software companies. Before I started my first company, I was working for one of the biggest security companies back in the days called Computer Associates, where I was in charge of the European security software sales and revenues in exceed of 1 billion euros. And when I started my first antivirus company, which was called My Security Center, I actually managed very successfully to start selling our antivirus in Germany. Now, I don't know how old you are, but I'm sure you know about the ALDI PCs, and I'm also sure you know about a company called Medion, right?
Yes, yeah. Actually, I'm using a Medion computer right now at this point.
Okay, interesting. You know, I know Gerd Bratman, and I know all the big guys there because when I started my first antivirus company, I actually managed to get my antivirus software pre-installed on every single Medion computer in Europe, including Germany. So I was driving in my shitty car from Copenhagen down to the Medion headquarters in Münster many times and making my first big antivirus deal. And that was maybe 20 years ago, where we pre-installed our antivirus on all Medion machines. After 3 months, a pop-up appeared on the screen saying that the 3 months for free was over, and then you have to click here to buy an extension. And I also managed to get that on the two other big German companies at the time. It was called Gericom and I cannot even remember the third one, but that doesn't matter. So I am not a tech support person. I'm also not a call center guy. I'm an antivirus guy, and I have been doing this all my life. I also started a mobile security software company called My Mobile Security maybe 12, 13 years ago, where we managed to become the fastest growing smartphone antivirus company in the world with more than 160,000 new users every single week. I went on to sell that company 10 years ago when we realized that people did not want to buy mobile antivirus, they only want to download for free. Okay, we were number one on Samsung's download portal. We were number one on Android market, which is today called I think Google Play, right? So that's our background. We are based in Marbella in the south of Spain because I have decided long time ago to move down here and live here because I like the hot weather and I like the sun. What we have been doing very well in those two companies I mentioned, My Security Center and also My Mobile Security, was that we were not the biggest in the world. We were competing with Symantec, McAfee. We were competing with Kaspersky, which I'm sure you're familiar with in Germany. We were competing with G-Data, which is also a German company, Avast and Avira. Our strategy was always, as soon as we got a customer into the door, we wanted to do everything we could not to lose that customer. So we actually wanted to deliver the absolutely best customer support possible. We wanted to help them with connecting a printer, help and tips and tricks with Windows and Office, whatever problem they might have, even though they only paid 29 or 49 euros for an antivirus or internet security product. We wanted to help them as much as we could, so they did not want to stop the subscription with us, because we did not have all the many millions we needed to have in order to promote and market our products in competition with Norton or McAfee and Kaspersky. And that actually worked very well. So all our customers, or the vast majority of them, they were staying year in and year out. And 6 years ago, we decided to try to even sell that support in my security center, and we sent out a promotion to our I think a few million customers, and asked if they were interested in buying a tech support subscription for 99 euros. And we got an overwhelming feedback because many of our customers for the antivirus product already liked the support and service that we delivered. And that was actually the start of AnyTech365. So I am not a tech support guy. I am not a call center guy. I am a antivirus guy. The whole plan was then to carry on delivering this level of service that we delivered in my antivirus companies. If you have been doing some research on our company, I am sure that you can see on the internet that a lot of very, very good things are written about the service. I also assume that you have been seeing the tens and thousands of reviews there are on different review sites. I think we have 6,000 or 7,000 reviews alone on Trustpilot, and I can assure you that every single review is written by our customers. I have heard people say that we don't believe in that. You must have been writing those yourself, but I can guarantee you that every single review has been written by our users and customers. Also the bad ones. But I think that 99% of all the reviews and 99.9% of all the reviews there, they are 5-star reviews. Yes, we also have bad reviews. Yes, we are a very big company, and yes, we are also not experts and perfect. We do mistakes as well. And sometimes we actually also, even though we are here to help people with their IT problems, sometimes we actually also fuck up their computer or actually mess up with their computer as well, even though we are certified experts and we believe that we do things correct. I can tell you that there are ton of combinations out there on systems and computers. We don't know what people are doing with their computer. We don't know what kind of programs they are installing. We don't know what kind of websites they are visiting. And even though we know what we're doing, sometimes what we're doing are actually not helping the computer because they have so many bad programs installed, or they have been visiting so many, let's say, malicious websites. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's a little bit of a background of me. Let me give you a little bit of a background on AnyTech365. We want to be the best of the best in the world, helping private consumers and small businesses with all their day-to-day internet issues. We are today almost 500 employees, and the company is only 6 years old. We are for sure the biggest in our industry in Europe. And I can also tell you that I am of the belief that we are by far the best as well in terms of consumer protection and in terms of compliance. We have a very, very big and rigid compliance team, which Georgi is in charge of. Every single call and every single sale we have to our clients are being listened to by our compliance team. They are listening to every single minute of a call with a customer who end up buying our services, and we are actually also on each and every call conducting a very extensive compliance scorecard, which is the foundation on which we are paying commission and salaries to our tier 1 sales guys. This is, I can say, compliance is the foundation of everything we do. We are also, I think we are 1 or 2 weeks away from being ISO certified. We have been certified by organizations like Apple for a long time. Apple is an organization founded by Microsoft legal veterans who are trying to make the internet a better place for private consumers. They are testing and certifying all applications out there, and also tech support companies in terms of doing the right PR, the right promotion, and the right service for private consumers. We have been certified by them almost 3 years now as the first company in Europe and as the second company in our sector all over the world. So that is a background of who we are and what we're doing.
Yeah, so that's very interesting, and I didn't know that you're coming from the more or less from the antivirus background. I thought that AnyTech365 started as like a pure tech support company. But yeah, that's very interesting. I didn't know about that fact. About your first point about our identity, the thing is, like, we're targeting real scammers as well, like the Indian ones, and we have also had like lots of repercussions. For example, some companies, they have engaged lawyers or legal threats. They have sent us cease and desist letters, and to protect our privacy and to protect ourselves from these legal threats, as well as like real life-threatening things. Like, for example, I went to India and visited a call center there, and they sent like the police after me, even though I didn't do anything illegal. But they, try to cause problems. So for that reason, we're hiding behind alias names, which is a pretty common thing in the industry, in the sense of like Jim Browning, for example, another big YouTuber with almost 1 million subscribers these days. He's also using an alias name. Jim Browning is not his real name. So that's the reason I can't share my name or my face with you. I'm sorry about that.
But I respect that, but don't you think it's quite funny that you guys are acting and doing what you're trying to do, and then you are hiding yourself and you don't want to reveal yourself, and at the same time you are trying to help the consumers out there, and we have no problems whatsoever to revealing ourselves and who we are, but you guys are trying to frame people, but you cannot even put your own face and your own name public. I find it quite bizarre, but never mind, it's not the topic of this call.
Okay. Yeah, like as I already said, there's repercussions by other scam companies, and to protect my own life, I know what I'm talking about because I have been in India and I have visited a call center, and it almost ended up being like a big problem because of corruption and police. So I hope you understand that like I have the experience in this sector, and it's not only about your company. I maybe would be fine sharing my name or my face with you, but due to this being a live stream that is publicly available on the internet, and generally my approach of being, private, like about my identity, I cannot disclose my face or my name at this time. But yeah, let's continue to the other questions that I have. You already mentioned.
Sorry for interrupting. I just say I accept that fully, but I can tell you that we have no problem at all with what we're doing, who we are, where we are, and the way we conduct our business, and that's also why we are here today. And for you, we would really love to invite you or whomever you want to bring down to see our company and our offices. We even want to pay for that, so you have no cost. You're also willing to come down and invite all the managers here. You're also welcome to do whatever footage of video you would like to do. You're also welcome to tap in to live sessions at your own discretion, and you're also welcome to do whatever video, whatever interviews you would like to do with our employees. You're more than welcome at any given time. Just let us know after we get out of this horrible situation the world are within now. You are welcome to come down, and we will at our expense pay everything that it will cost you, or maybe a cameraman or a colleague, to come down and visit us for a few days. You're more than welcome.
That sounds like a great offer, and thanks a lot for that. I I'm more than interested in that, because I could make a video about like how call centers in Europe work, and that would be really interesting. And yeah, we can look forward to that. Yeah, as of now, I don't think it's possible because of the whole situation with the virus and everything. But once like this settles and everything is like possible, then I might be I'm looking forward to talk about that in future. And I really thank you about that, because that really shows like you're really open, and I really also appreciate that you're showing your face and that you're on this call, because really it shows that you're open for any discussion or to clear up any misconceptions about your company. And yeah, that sounds good. You previously mentioned Abyss team and this other thing called Clean Apps. You already said that, I think Clean Apps, I'm not sure, like which one of this, which one of the both has been founded by an ex-Microsoft employee?
Well, actually both. Both. They started out founding Abyss team, and that was founded by one of the heads of security sales at Microsoft in New York, and one of their lead lawyers. Those two guys founded Abyss team, and the lawyer was actually before a public prosecutor in the state of New York. And I can tell you that these two guys, now Abyss team is a big organization. These two guys have been here in our offices several times.
Right into this very room.
In this room, they have been, where we are sitting now in the conference room. We are sitting. They have been here quite a few times. They have been doing an audit on our company for more than a year before they wanted to certify us. The former lawyer, he went on to found Clean Apps, which was a spin-off of Abyss team. And we are a chartered member there as well. And these two organizations, which are American founded and American based, they are having several summits around the world and mostly in America, where they invite payment gateways, they invite security app vendors, they are inviting famous influencers in the consumer online industry, and they are also inviting one tech support company and only one tech support company to come and talk about how app vendors can increase their customer support, can increase the overall experience their customers have if they also deliver a great support, and also to come and talk about the tech support industry in general. And that company is us, and I am talking on that summit now as the only one from our industry several years in a row now. And I hope and think that also goes to show that what we are doing, we are very, very serious about, and we believe that we are doing everything that we are doing. We believe that we are doing this in the right way and with the consumer protection in mind at any given time.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. And from what I took out of that is that your company is having a pretty big presence in this organization, Clean Apps and Abyss team, and that you're very engaged in the side of making tech support and the whole thing being as compliant as possible. The thing is, like, I can
guarantee you that for sure. And I also know I have been in the IT security industry long enough to have seen a lot of bad guys also just trying to exploit unknowing consumers with the fact that you have to have this antivirus, that antivirus, you have to have this security product, you have to have this and that, because otherwise your computer will explode in 5 seconds, right? So I have been around long enough, and I am aware, obviously, that there are a lot of bad guys. You mentioned India yourself. I will say India too, but I can also mention other places in the world where there are a lot of bad guys trying to exploit the situation, trying to exploit unknowing consumers, trying to use our industry as a gateway for them to steal and take money from not IT savvy consumers. And to be honest, that is also hurting our industry. That is one of the reasons why we are sitting here today, because you guys maybe believe that we are one of those as well. We have to fight this every single day. We have to tell people and the world who we are and what we are doing. We have to tell people that we are in disgrace about what these guys are doing. And I can tell you, if you just look 5-6 years back when we were starting, there were many more bad guys with no conscience whatsoever. The industry is much more regulated these days. There are many more initiatives from Microsoft, from Google, from Facebook, from some of the big security software vendors, and including Abesteem and CleanApps. There are a lot of initiatives now to try to kill all these bad guys, because I can guarantee you, tech support done the right way will stay. IoT will stay. More and more devices will be connected to the internet. Private consumers will be more and more let in the dark. People really need help. I can tell you, every single Christmas, we even see people flying down here to deliver flowers, to deliver red wine, to deliver whiskey, knocking on our door to ask for Brian or Steve or Johnny or whomever who have helped them with their computer problems. Tech support done the right way is here to stay, because the consumers are in more and more need of this. But of course, all these bad guys are really hurting guys like us. We believe that we are doing things the right way, and we have to fight this every single day.
But yeah, that's also an interesting question. Like you said, you're fighting these scammers or like the bad tech support companies. Can you elaborate in how exactly are you fighting the bad companies?
Yeah, I will tell you. I will give you one example. I think that we are sitting here on this call due to several things. One thing I will try to clear up, which can maybe let you know what I'm talking about, is the way that we are getting our leads. We are not doing any marketing. We are not doing any promotion ourselves. We have a whole string of partners. You mentioned Iobit. I can mention, or I think you also mentioned Aus Logic. We have maybe 15, 20 security software partners or utility software partners who sell their software online. They are buying traffic like any other company. It could be an airline company, or it could be a car manufacturer who wants to promote their products online. They buy traffic, they buy banners, they buy downloads from a download portal like maybe CNET or download.com, which is owned by the same company, or maybe from Softonic and many other places, right? Or CheapDE. You know CheapDE, right?
Yeah, yes. Which is a legitimate which is a legitimate website. It's like a
CheapDE is one of our partners. They're promoting our services. CheapDE. We have a direct relationship with CheapDE. They are promoting our services in Germany. But never mind. So these companies, they are selling their software, and then they are promoting our services on top, because they know that a lot of their clients who are searching for antivirus, or my PC has a virus, or my PC is running slow, they are downloading a utility product, they are scanning their product, their computer, and then maybe they buy this utility product as well, and then they are promoting a free health check from us. They are promoting a free help with installing the software correctly, or they are promoting a activation call as well. then these people, they are calling us. We are helping them for free, either with installing the product, with activating the product, with putting the product into the right settings. And at the end, we are offering them a free health check. Maybe they have a computer which is 1, 2, or 3 years old, and we tell them using a TeamViewer, we can log onto your computer and just give your computer a general health check. And that call normally takes 1 hour, 45 minutes. And either we install or activate the product, and then we also promote the health check, or we don't do the health check. In many cases, I think maybe 65% of the cases, people would like to have a health check as well, conducted by certified Windows or Mac technicians. We log onto the computer and we do the health check. And then, after that health check, we ask them how they use the internet, how they use the computer. Are you a heavy user or not? Do you shop online? Do you communicate with your kids? Are you doing online banking? Are you communicating with a town hall, etc., etc., etc.? And then we tell them that we are not a philanthropical company. We are actually doing this for a living. What we just did for you here is for free, but you can also buy a service going forward, so you can get access to our certified technicians 365 days a year at a paid price. So when you see some of these companies promoting us or having our phone number within their software, it's because that they are promoting our services. Okay. We also see, and now I think I get to the first problem, because we have from time to time, we have a problem. We also see that some of our partners, they are using affiliates. I assume that you all guys are aware of marketing affiliate companies, right?
Right.
And some of these affiliate companies, they are making use of sub-affiliates. That means that they have suppliers underneath them, because it could be that some are strong in the northern of Germany, some are strong in Poland, some are strong in France, some are strong in Denmark, and vice versa. So many of these affiliate companies, they are having partnerships with sub-affiliates. And unfortunately, some of these affiliates are not always in control or in good enough control over some of their sub-affiliates, which are using too aggressive or at times too aggressive marketing measures to get downloads. Yeah, I think it's fair enough that you laugh, because I think this is a big problem.
Yeah, right.
I can tell you, and I can even demonstrate to you, that we as a company every single week report too aggressive marketing tactics to our partners. Our people on the phone, they are obliged to report any marketing activity which they believe is unethical or too aggressive to their managers. And I can demonstrate to you that every single week we are sending detailed documentation to our partners about this or that promotion or that partner of theirs, which we believe, or affiliate, yes, which we believe have been too aggressive too aggressive compared to what we believe is right ethical standards.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, you forgot to mention that due to the phone number being advertised in these softwares, like we are talking about Outbyte, for example, these softwares have your phone number in there, and then you're taking over the support and then selling your service. What you forgot to mention is that you're sharing the revenue with a software company that has promoted your phone number as some sort of advertisement. So if Outbyte has your phone number in there, then Outbyte gets some percentage out of the service that you're selling to the consumer for promoting your phone number. And
obviously.
But that's what you forgot to mention, because it's very important to have this financial relationship between these app
companies
like Outbyte, and your company as a support company in this case.
Let me please excuse me, but I really thought that was obvious. But you're absolutely right. They are also not a philanthropical company. They are there to make money. I don't think there's anything wrong with making money. I don't think there's anything wrong with selling your product, whatever product you have, for a certain price. And you're absolutely right. They know that we are doing a very a tremendous service. They know that we are here 365 days a year. Yeah. We are open 24/7, and we guarantee that if you call from Germany, from Denmark, from Finland, from Holland, from Poland, from Spain, from Portugal, wherever you call from, we guarantee that a person which is native speaking, let's say that they grew up or they were born in that country, are picking the phone. So our partners believe that the service that we deliver to their clients is much better than the service that they can deliver themselves, because they focus on creating software and they focus on selling the software. Yeah. So then they promote our service to their customers. And yes, when we sell something after we have been helping for free, actually in these coronavirus days, we are helping more than 2,000 people, 2,000 private consumers for free. Every single day. We are not charging them a penny, and we are helping them for hours in some instances. But yes, if we sell our service at the end, they are getting a commission. They are getting a part of that, which is called a normal revenue share. This is a normal model, which are more or less existing in every single industry around the world. But you're right.
I have to speed it up a little bit, because I got to know that you have to leave in 10 minutes. Is that correct? So I'll try to condense it a bit more, and
I can go until 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
20 minutes more.
Okay. So you said about the revenue share, and what I think is, to me, it sounds rather like the difference is not so small between between the Indian scammers who are doing pop-ups themselves, or outsourcing the pop-ups to like pop-up vendors and then sharing the revenue with these guys. To me, like, at least in the bad case where rogue affiliate, as you would call it, goes overboard and tries to make an aggressive pop-up campaign, for me that's the same thing like as an Indian pop-up scammer. Like, you're having the pop-up person who is creating the pop-ups, who's earning revenue share from the support company. In that kind of thing, it's exactly the same as the typical Indian pop-up scam.
Yes, right? You are right. You are absolutely right.
So that brings me
to... But there's a big difference, because these guys, they do it on purpose.
Yeah.
We are telling our partners that we are not accepting this, and we are reporting it to our partners every single week. And we tell them, this is not okay, this is not okay, this is not in line with our ethical rules, this is not in line with good consumer protection strategies, and we are reporting it every single week. I can demonstrate to you with hundreds and hundreds of mails, which I would gladly reveal to you, that we are doing this every single week. Yeah. But of course, it's the same way of creating a potential caller in the first instance. I agree, but there are different ways that you can do it. For instance, I think that a company like Panda Security, I think a company like MediaMarkt, which I of course know that you know as well. I think a company like Chip.de, they would never ever work with us if they think that we were Indian scammers. And they are promoting our service exactly the same way as the Indian scammers. Call here to get a free internet or PC health check or help with installing your product.
No, that's the thing, and that's the main reason why I'm contacting you guys, is because Chip, for example, they are advertising it in the legitimate way. They are saying, like, this is the number. If you need any help, then you can call that number. But the thing is, like, with you, you're having third-party contractors or like affiliates or companies doing the advertisement for you, where you cannot guarantee the quality of the advertisement. For example, right now, I hope it's visible on the stream. I'm showing like a pop-up that is that has been found on the internet. It is imitating the Windows update, and it basically says like your computer is potentially infected by a virus, and to clean your computer you have to install the updates. Then it lists like some Windows update, like it's clearly meant to impersonate the official Microsoft Windows update screen. And if you click on there, you get forwarded to a website that is either crytek.com and or Outbyte directly, and it has like it's an official website by Outbyte, which is to remind you a partner of your App Esteem and Clean Apps, if I'm not wrong. So this partner that is trying to be compliant with your self-regulation and compliance rules is having another pop-up type of thing, which is like a little bit less deceptive, but is using the same kind of Microsoft style and like the button, the color, like the blue color, the red button. It looks like the official Microsoft page. And like if you download there, then you get this Outbyte PC Repair, which I'm showing here. I'm sorry I can't show it on the Skype right now. I can. I hope that maybe you have a. Can you see it anyway? Like in a.
Yes, we can see. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. The stream might be delayed, so I don't know. So right now I'm showing the screen of this Outbyte PC Repair, which is like also part of like the Clean Apps. I've checked that it's listed as an approved program or something. And yeah, it has all these kind of lists all these problems, and it has on the right, it has your phone number. So as for the customer journey, like if a customer comes and then somehow stumbles across the pop-up, then clicks through the whole list of things and gets to install the software, this PC Repair, and then sees your number, then I see like there's a problem in that, because people are being misled about the software and about the tech support. And also this Outbyte PC Repair does not fix the problems free of cost. Like you have to activate and repair, and then directly above the activate and repair it has your phone number on there. So people are misled into calling your company because they think that because of that they can fix their computer. So I don't think this is ethically correct, and to me this is no more different than the regular tech support scams on the internet, just with the difference that you're outsourcing it to different companies and different app creators, and you're having a compliance process in place apparently, but as we can see, it's not even managed by Outbyte themselves. Like you could say the sub affiliate is the bad actor, but even the direct partner of yours, Outbyte, is not complying with these rules. And I've also checked the. I saw that on App Esteem you have like guidelines for compliance, which I really much appreciate. I find it very good that there's like a group or a company, like a body, that is setting these kind of compliance guidelines, and you want to apply, like you want to comply with these guidelines, and you want to make tech support as a legitimate thing. The problem with that is though that first of all, it has already some bad actors in it. Like I'm showing the website right now. This is cleanapps.org, and as charter members or like as supporters, it lists several companies that are confirmed scam, such as TechLive Connect. There's a YouTube video by Jim Browning. I'll show that. He's a like as I said, like a YouTuber with 1 million subscribers, also in the tech support.
We are aware, and we have seen the video also. Awesome,
yeah. So just for my subscribers again, there's a YouTube video. I'll show it's there. TechLive Connect called Red-Handed. And it's a confirmed tech support scam, and it's listed here as a member of your company, of this cleanapps.org, as well as Real Defense, which is another program or like app creator, which has a bunch of programs that are charging $20 a month for just cleaning your temporary files or junk files. So basically you're paying $20 a month for essentially getting nothing in return. And I believe with these kind of members on board, I don't think that any ethical, correct way of doing tech support is possible, because the idea itself is already flawed when you have these companies on board and they don't have any interest in, complying with these rules. And I can also demonstrate that because I've looked at several of your companies, of clean apps and Episteem's guidelines, and I have seen several violations of these rules and compliance rules within your partners. Like, not even your partners are complying with their own rules that you're set for yourself. Do you want to say anything to that first, or should I demonstrate the rules that I've found that have been broken?
No, I would like to say a lot to that. First of all, we are clear here that Episteem and clean apps has nothing to do with AnyTech365, apart from the fact that they are organizations which have been testing our services and they have certified us, right? You know that we have no commercial connection with these organizations.
Previously, you said that you have a strong hold in like this, like you're one of the founders or something, or that you're going to talk to.
No, I did not say that at all. I told you that they were founded by Microsoft veterans.
Ex-employee.
We ex-employees. We have absolutely no corporate relationship with them. We have absolutely no overlap in ownerships whatsoever. Okay, just so that it's clear, we are supporting them, and they have been testing us, and I can tell you, we are not in terms of Episteem, we are not supporting them financially in any way, shape, or form. We have been paying them to conduct a audit at our company. So when they were flying here, when they were staying here, they were paid by us to do so. They came from America, and also the whole preparing of the orders was paid by us as well, as we do with, for instance, the ISO certification as well. That also cost money because they have people working there, right? So first of all, I want to make sure that you understand that on a financial or corporate level, there are no connection whatsoever.
I understand, but this whole platforms are super important for you, because half of my chat with Georgi has been circling around the Episteem and the clean apps. So to me, it seems like you're putting, and I see like the badge of this Episteem and clean apps and everything. I see it everywhere. Like if I open this Outbyte and everything, so it looks for me, despite not being company that is like directly or financially connected to you, it seems to me that it plays a big role in your mission in fighting the tech support scams and finding yourself, like your identity as a clean company. And my point is, if that organization is already flawed by having bad actors in it, then you cannot, say that, oh, you're certified by them. Because what does it mean, like a certification that has been granted by tech support scammers in the first place? I don't think that. Yeah, go ahead.
I can tell you that I completely agree with every word you're saying here. If people cannot trust their seal, if people cannot trust their audit, because they are auditing people and giving a certification to companies that they should not, or people believe that they should not, what they do and what they certify and what they audit means absolutely nothing.
Right.
I can also tell you very, very clearly, like extremely clearly, without mentioning any names, I can tell you that there are at least a few companies which you were showing on your screen before, which I do not believe is clean, which I do not believe are doing things the right way. And I can also tell you, and I can also document to you, that myself, Georgi, and a whole string of my other C-level executives has been reporting this to the founders and the guys behind both Abesteem and CleanApps. We have been telling them that maybe they should do another audit or conduct another test in order to figure out whether some of these names that they are showing on their website should be on their website. So without mentioning any names, I can only tell you that I agree with what you're saying. I have also been seeing the video that you are referring to. Okay? Mm-hmm. I don't remember now his name, but that's what was this British guy. What is his name?
Jim Browning, yeah.
I have been seeing that video. I have also been reading the stories about it. I am not aware when this video was taken. I know who he claimed he has been infiltrating, and I can only and utterly support everything that you are saying and what he is revealing. You know what? We are trying every single day to conduct a clean and a correct tech support business for the good of the private consumers, and these guys are for sure not making it easier for us. And if these guys would not be around, I did not have to use my very valuable time sitting and talking to you today.
Right.
So I completely agree with you.
But the problem is, by associating yourself, by being in this kind of small league of companies that is mostly consisting of these companies. For example, Gary Gusinoff is the managing director at Real Defense, and he's also a board member of CleanApps. I'm just checking that. So by having these people on board, why would Gary Gusinoff remove himself from the board of CleanApps? You know, like reporting them within your organization doesn't make any sense, because they wouldn't remove themselves from their organization. So by being in this part of this, being part of CleanApps, puts a bad light onto your own company, because you're associating yourself with the scammers.
First of all, I have a few comments. I have met Gary myself at several occasions in summits in America. And to my knowledge, I can only say good things about Gary. I am not using his software myself, or we are not using that in our company. I have had several of my tier 3 technicians to check his software, and to my knowledge, I can only say good things about the product. I don't know why you think that him or his company is not doing things correctly. That's the first thing. Number 2, I can guarantee you that the guys behind Abesteem and CleanApps, they have the right intentions. I can guarantee you that they only want to do one thing, that is cleaning up the internet. I guarantee you that is the only intention they have. They are not making any money on this. They can hardly pay their bills. And most of these guys, they are very, very well paid executives from Microsoft before. And they saw that there was problems like with these Indian scammers that you mentioned, and other very aggressive marketeers, that they would like to clean it up. But I can guarantee you their intention is really sincere. With that said, I want to mention a few things about promoting. Yeah, maybe these guys or some of these guys are promoting things very aggressively. What do you think when you see an ad on the television from a German automaker, where they are showing 20-inch rims on a car, and they are showing alloy wheels and showing spoilers and this and that, and then in the small print they are writing that the price you see here on the screen is not for the car you see in the screen. This is for the car without any extras. Do you think that is misleading marketing?
It may be, but we're not here to
No,
go sidetracks.
I
understand that you're having not much time, so I try to.
I just want to state a point here, right? Have you seen all these ads in the television where you see a toilet which is so gross you cannot think about walking in there? Then you take a sponge and then you hover over it one time, and then you see a Philips Stark showroom, and then Sheeted Bank say, just do this at home and you will have a new kitchen from Philips Stark. Have you seen those ads?
Yeah, I have seen them, but my point
is... What do you think about those ads?
They are also kind of misleading, but the thing is, like, the difference is, first of all, I'm not covering these kind of scams. It's not my purpose.
No, I just want to make a comparison, because
I know
these things are not illegal.
Yeah, but the thing is,
can I finish, please?
Yeah,
please, can I finish? I think these things, they are very, very misleading, and I cannot understand why on earth these things can be allowed. Have you seen these price comparison sites where you can find a flight ticket for this and that price, and before you're finished, you have to pay a 6% credit card fee? Excuse me, I have no other way than paying with my credit card. I cannot send you cash in an envelope, so now I have to pay a 6% fee. Don't you think that is misleading? I think it should be illegal.
And it is illegal.
Can I finish?
Yes.
And also, if you do not print your boarding card, you have to pay a 40 euro fee. Excuse me, it's not my problem that I also now have to have a printer because you want me to print a boarding card. I'm just buying a flight ticket from A to B. You know what? I think that these kind of things, they are very, very misleading. Yeah, I think at best you can call this aggressive marketing, right? At best you can call it aggressive marketing. The only thing I want to tell you is these things are legal. I don't know why. It happens every single day. Okay? I agree with you that some of our partners, not us, I guarantee you not us, but some of our partners who promote our services, some of the companies that you have been mentioning right now, they are at times using aggressive marketing techniques to get attention from the private consumers and the customers they want to attract. But I can also tell you that every single time we come across something which we believe is too aggressive, we are reporting it. And that specific example that you had before, where you are trying to make people believe that it has some kind of a Microsoft connection because they're using the same colors or whatever. We do not think this is ethically correct, and we are actually reporting this to our partners every single week. But you know what? There are a lot of companies that now call themselves something with Spotify, or trying to use the Google yellow, blue, red, and green colors, just to try to get people to believe that they have something to do with Google or Spotify. No. And I also think this is funny or sad, or try to be more creative. But you know what? These things are happening every single day. But that's not the same as we think is okay, because we don't. And we report it to our partners. I just want to tell you, it happens every single day. And a lot of the companies in Germany, which you are very proud about, like for instance, BMW, Mercedes, or Audi, or Volkswagen, or Opel, they are using these kind of tactics every single day.
No, first of all, in respect to your limited time, please do not sidetrack to like these kind of examples, because it's eating up our time. And I have like written an agenda kind of thing where I want to cover all the points. And about the credit cards, etc., like I also want to tell you really quick in a side sentence, I almost paid the same. Like I also had to pay extra fee for paying a flight with a normal credit card and not theirs. And there is actually a court ruling by the European court that has banned these kind of practices. There are still companies or websites that are doing this, and you can report them again and go through the law, through the courts, etc. But I understand it's a scam, and I've already, like I also saw that, and I agree it's also a scam. The thing is just, coming back to the main topic, that, for example, Abbas team has call center requirements. I'm just showing it on my screen right now. To be certified by Abbas team, you have to fulfill certain criteria, and One of them is like this CCR001. Call centers must not mix app interaction with other businesses. And in italic font, it's written no pop-up driven ads calls are allowed. Then another of these rules is CR17. Where is it?
I can guarantee you that Georgi, that is sitting here next to me, he knows every single CCR in word by word. So just ask him whatever you want to ask.
So it also shows like the CCR17. Call centers must never use deceptive, misleading, threatening, aggressive, unethical practices, blah blah blah, during app interactions. And as we all know, like you already mentioned TechLive Connect, or I mentioned TechLive Connect before, and you're saying you reported them. So clearly they are breaking these rules, these compliance rules that are set up by Apple's team, and therefore also you're part of them and you're associated with this group. So why is there, if this group is, you know, trying to make a point and trying to make a legitimate tech support, then why are they still board members on that group, on this Apple's team, if they are clearly violating these compliance rules set by your own group? I mean, yeah.
First of all, let me answer the first question. You said that call centers cannot do this and that. I can also tell you that we are not doing anything of what you are saying here. Not any of these things we are doing, okay? We are not promoting anything ourselves. I also tell you, every single time we see some of our partners doing things unethically, we are reporting it to them and we are telling them to stop.
But that's
number two.
Okay, yeah,
can I finish?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Number two, I did not say that we have reported TechLive Connect. I did not mention TechLive Connect. I just told you that we have reported some of the companies listed here and some of the companies that you were mentioning.
Which one?
And I said to you also in this same call that I am not here to mention names. I am here to promote and defend my own company, and I'm here to tell you how my company is working and how we want to work. How other companies want to work or how other companies are working or who they are, it's not up to me to tell you or to tell anyone else. I have reported myself some of the company you mentioned before to both Clean Apps and Apple's team. You know what I would suggest you to do? I would suggest to invite the CEO and the founder of Apple's team to a call. His name is Dennis, and I can connect you to him because what you are saying here is a potential problem, and I have raised that problem to him. So I think that it would be very good for you and what you are trying to do and for your audience to have another session with Janus Nielsen. He's a founder of Apple's team, and I'm sure that he would like to talk to you. He is the guy, or he's one of the guys, former Microsoft guys. I think he worked for Microsoft for more than 10 years. And I'm sure he would accept an interview with you as well, and then you could explain to him everything that you have explained to us here and ask him these questions. Why do you have this and this and this and this and this and this company listed as a certified app? Or why do you have this and this call center listed as a certified call center when these guys are doing this and this and this and this? I would actually encourage you to do so, because I completely agree with you that for us as a company trying to do things correct, it has absolutely no value to be associated with some of these companies you just mentioned. And I can also guarantee you that that has been reported on several occasions to Apple's team and Clean Apps. We have reported that on several occasions, that if this carries on with some of the ones that you have listed here, we don't want to be associated with that. I completely agree with what you say.
Yeah, that sounds interesting, but the thing is, like, it continues to, you know, like the whole kind of bad practice is continuing, and the last time that I was talking with Georgi, it was like in January, I believe, or maybe December. I don't remember it properly. So many months have passed by, and I have heard about, for example, Real Defense. I've heard about them like maybe last year or something. So to me, it seems like nothing is being done. And also, like outsourcing, you're just outsourcing the problems in my eyes. Like you're saying that others are incompliant and others are using deceptive methods to promote your services, basically. So you're earning money based on the deceptive marketing that others do for you, basically.
I have to stop you here again, because this is not what I said. I told you that we are coming across aggressive marketing from our partners every single week, and we are reporting that because we do not want to be associated with that, and we do not want to have partners which are using deceptive marketing tactics, and we are reporting that every single week, and I can demonstrate that this is a fact. I also told you that how it was happening, that some of our partners are using affiliate marketing companies, and some of those affiliate marketing companies are using subcontractors and sub-suppliers. So sometimes it's difficult to control, but I can tell you we are reporting that because we do not want to be associated with that.
So why, if you don't want to be associated with that, why are you working with Outbyte, for example? Why do you keep working with Outbyte when the app itself is not? I had like long list of more violations of the compliance rules that you set up. So why are you working with companies like Outbyte to promote your service, which is like the company itself, like Outbound, is clearly breaching these compliance rules? Like if you don't want to be associated with them, why do you keep working with them? Why don't you just cut the relationship with them and stop being their partner?
As far as I know, the company is not called Outbyte, it's called Outlogic, and is one of their products that you are referring to.
Right, yeah, that's correct.
We believe that it is a ethically correct company. We believe that the software provides value. We are reporting to them every single time they are having a online marketing partner who are using too aggressive, to our liking, too aggressive tactics. Okay.
So like you're saying that they are legitimate. I know it's not your company, but I just want to prove you wrong on this. I'm just looking at the APIS team certification requirements with the other compliance rules that you're setting up, namely ACR and then the number. And if I scroll down to ACR 005, hold on, where is it? ACR 05. It says does not impersonate or mimic a system, browser, component, or message or prompt. As I've already shown previously, not this one, but even the official, like now it says crytek.com, but I have the same one for the Outbyte one, and the same looking thing, and even it says somewhere that it's Outbyte. So it would clearly violate this compliance rule. So therefore we can say that even Outbyte themselves is, or like as I'm referring to the program, is not compliant with these rules. And there's another one that they are violating is ACR3, I believe. Consumers are misled to believe that they have an issue or problem with something out of date missing from the system. And yeah, let me show you that on the website as well if you want to see that. It shows some bad practices which look like this, like where it says like this is like how it would breach the compliance rules. This is a screenshot like to demonstrate like the bad practice. And if I look at now here, where is it? Here, Outbyte. Then it looks almost identical. It says like problems in a red font or yellow font, and it's clearly showing like it looks very similar to the one that is marked as bad practice in my eyes. If you have them side by side,
So let me give you a good advice. Give you good advice, because I think first of all I want to let you know that I really appreciate guys like you. I really do. I really do, and I want to encourage you to carry on. It's also why I tell you, oh, you have a picture of a German car. Is it with or without spoilers and alloy rims? I was just joking. Never mind. What I'm saying is I really appreciate guys like you. I really think that it is great. I also endorse guys like you. That's why I'm telling you to come and visit us. I think that you are addressing your question to the wrong people. That's why I would like to put you and the CEO of Appesteam together. As far as I'm aware, Auslogic's products are certified by Appesteam. If you can let them know that this and this and this violates the ACRs or the CCRs, call center requirements, app requirements, I guarantee you that I believe that in 2 seconds, Appesteam will ask Auslogic to get it fixed. Otherwise, they will not be certified. I guarantee you that is my belief.
Yeah, and I'll gladly take the invitation and hope that you can refer me somehow to that person so that I can have a chat with them. Sure. That sounds very good, but the point is here that I'm proving to you, or like I'm showing you examples of how Outbyte is breaching these contracts, and I demonstrated here to you live on the call, and yet you're not cutting your business relationship with them and relying on them to promote your business.
Now I think that again you are not listening very carefully to what I say. As long as they are certified by Appesteam, I believe that they are complying to every single ACR or CCR as we are, okay? And I can also tell you that if you can provide me or Georgie with what you have just shown here, I can also tell you that as soon as we are finished with this call, we will send this to Auslogic, as well as we will send this to Appesteam to say that this is what we believe violates the ACR number this and the ACR number that, and if they carry on, we don't want to be associated with them. They have to change it. I can also tell you that if you look at some of the CCR's call center requirements, it says that if an app violates any of the app requirements, or if it is not certified by Appesteam, a call center, if we can call us a call center, we call us something else. We call us a security help and support company. We are not allowed to work with them. So if an app vendor like Auslogic, I do not know, I can only see what you have here on the screen, but if it happens to be correct what you say, that an app vendor are violating some of the ACRs in Appesteam's rigid requirements, we as a call center we are not allowed to work with them.
Yeah,
we cannot, because then we would be a deceptor ourselves.
Right, and that's my point. That's exactly my point. But the thing is, I've just shown it to you on the screen, and I've shown that previously also to Georgi, at least some of the points, and yet you're still working with them. So your point is basically, as long as they are certified by Appesteam, then you can work with them. But my point
is your name Tom, or how do I titulate you? Nee. So you know, I'm the boss for a company with almost 500 employees, right? I assume that you can believe that I'm very busy normally, right?
Yeah, right.
And now you're asking me why I do this and that after showing me something in a live stream call, and I was not aware of, right? But at least I took my time to sit and talk with you and try to listen to you and answer your questions. And I already told you that as soon as this call is over, I will approach Auslogic with what information you have, and I will approach Appesteam as well. I asked you politely, can you please send this information to me and Georgie? Georgie can give you my email address, but I can tell everyone here that my email address is janus@anytech365.com. Okay, so you're more than welcome to send any kind of documentation or questions to me. One thing I can guarantee you is as soon as this call is over, I will approach our Logic and Abbas team with any documentation you would provide to me and Georgie. Okay, yeah. Does that answer your question? Better I cannot do, because I was not aware what you are showing here. And of course, I need to conduct my own investigation and see if what you are telling here is correct. There are some YouTubers, and I think you are aware of that as well, who really do not very, very clearly know how to use right and wrongs here. I think you know a lot about fake news, right? Or you have heard about that. So is it fair enough that I want to just check what you are explaining here on the screen? And if you are right, I can guarantee you that I will do what I just told you that I would do.
That sounds very reasonable. Although, like, I wish if you can update me on the case, like if you get any news about this, yes, in the sense of they are taking actions. I'd like to know about this.
And we will do that.
Let me just say one thing. I haven't had a chance to speak so far. So let me just tell you guys one thing. Like, we are supporting Abbas team. We are supporting cleaners. We believe what they do is right. We believe what they do creates value for the customer. We believe what they do helps protect the online consumer. It is a journey, all right? Things cannot be changed overnight. It is a process, okay? We endorse people like you. We respect what you're doing because we believe we are on the same side of the argument. We believe we can be partners. We believe we can collaborate together. We want to be the good guys. We want to provide great service, and we want to get rid of the bad guys. We want one and the same thing. It is a process, okay?
It was much worse 5 years ago. I can guarantee you that.
Exactly. So, you know, I can only tell you that it will take time, and I can only tell you that we are fighting against this every single day and every single week and all the time. And again, you're more than welcome to come. You're more than welcome to be our guest, see yourself, see our workflows, see our academy, see our training, speak to our agents directly. I'll be more than happy to be able to demonstrate what we are talking to you and prove you with facts, okay?
Yeah, that sounds great. But as you're the compliance manager or like the chief compliance officer, I have also a specific question for you. If you can show me the process of like how you're vetting or like how you're checking on your the companies that you're making business with and who are advertising your number, because as your boss has already told us, he was not aware of the whole thing about Outbyte violating the self-set rules by Abbas team. So that's why I have a feeling that the compliance check has failed, because you should check with your advertisers then like how they are promoting your number in which ways and if they are legitimate. Like, for example, you would not rely on me promoting your number, for example, because you don't know me, you have not checked like how exactly I make advertising for your number, but you did with Outbyte. So I wanted to know like what exactly the process is. How do you check and make sure that the companies that are advertising your number and with that you're doing the revenue share are legitimate and are complying to any rules or regulations?
But it's very clear. Let me just explain to that. It's very clear. If they're not certified by Abbas team, we don't want to work with them. Secondly, they have to sign a contract with us, accepting all our ethical rules and standards, and they have to comply with them. And we also have a very extensive code of conduct handbook which they need to sign into as well. And if they do not comply with these rules and regulations from us, we are not going to work with them. And yes, from time to time, someone are trying to be cute or someone are trying to be smart in order to make more business, and we cannot control that. The only thing we can do is to tell them, now you're not complying with the contract you made with us, and now you have to change this Otherwise, we will not carry on working with you. And they are telling us that they actually want to change things. Here you have our code of conduct, which they have to sign. This is a very, very extensive rule set. We would gladly send you a copy so you can see what people and our employees and our partners have to sign here, okay? Maybe you should send him a copy so you can see, so he can see for himself. So we are trying to vet them as much as we can. We are trying to get them to sign contracts when we are onboarding them, and we are monitoring them on a weekly basis. And as I mentioned many times now, as soon as we come across something which we believe violates the rules and our set of ethical rules, we are letting them know. We are telling them, and we are showing them a evidence that this is not according to Aberdeen rules or our ethical rules. And as soon as you send me this evidence, I will make sure that I will do this again.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good. But the thing is, you're saying that they are signing, basically what you're saying is they are self-certifying themselves, like they're signing the contract and they are saying like, yes, we are compliant with these rules, and therefore you can make business with us. So, but you said also you're doing weekly checkups on their, on these companies. So if you're doing weekly checkups on them or check their compliance with these rules, then how can it be that Outbyte has not been found guilty? Because Outbyte is not doing this for like 1 week. They have been doing this all the time. Can you let me finish, please? Can you let me finish, please?
Yeah. To be honest, I think you go.
Can you please let me finish?
Yes.
Okay. I have like Outbyte is not guilty for the first week, so they have been doing the same process which I've shown you. They have been doing that for the same for a long time. So the same like fake pop-ups and the the deceptive things, messages inside the app itself. They have been part of Outbyte's app for a certain period of time, which is longer than 1 week. So if that would be true and Georgi is making his job properly, then this would have come to your agenda previously as well, because you would have seen that previously as well, and you would have taken action. But the fact that I'm, as an outsider, had to bring that up to you and you didn't know about this previously, that shows me that your compliance and auditing process is not perfect, and it has some serious flaws.
No, we don't have serious flaws, and I can tell you for sure we are not perfect. I can for sure agree with you that we are not perfect. We are doing mistakes every single day. I can guarantee you that, but I can also guarantee you that we are here to try to minimize our mistakes. And it seems like you just don't want to listen to what we are telling you, or you just have maybe already set yourself an agenda before this call. But I can tell you, we are receiving between 3,000 and 4,000 calls from consumers around Europe every day. Okay? So therefore, I think that even you would be able to understand that if what I tell you is correct, it would be very difficult for our partners to get away with anything wrong for very long time.
Especially with affiliates.
And I can tell you also again, so there is no misunderstandings, our employees are obliged to report to us every single time they see something which we do not believe comply with our ethical rules and standards. And they do. Yes, you know what? Sometimes things slip through. Yes, you know what? Sometimes we do not catch everything. But you know what? I can demonstrate for you that we are reporting to our partners on a weekly basis when we see things that we do not think is correct. And you know what? I am very grateful that guys like you are out there. I'm very grateful that you are bringing this to our attention. And for the 5th time in this call, I can also tell you, as soon as you send this documentation to me, I will myself personally take action against this and make sure that we contact Auslogic and make sure that we contact Abesteem and tell them that we do not believe that this is in line with good business practice, with the right ethical guidelines that we have, and also the requirements that Abesteem have set in their own app requirements. Okay, I can guarantee you and promise you that will happen.
Yeah, I understand that, but that you're taking action apart, like after this call, and I really appreciate. But the thing is, like, this is, that we are having right now, the discussion is not part of your normal business, process. Like, you don't rely on me to provide you information about like possible misconduct of your business partners. So that's why I'm asking, like, how would it normally go that you're vetting your business partners? And I also wanted to know, like, how many companies are affiliated with you that are promoting your phone number? How many? Can you please let me
answer the same question 10 times?
You did not answer the question because you didn't explain how in detail you're vetting the customers. Like, do you open?
I actually did explain in details, but I would gladly explain one more time. Okay, I will gladly explain one more time. So I will just appreciate if you pay attention. First of all, we are telling people you have to comply with all the Abesteem rules and regulations. Otherwise, we don't want to work with you. Secondly, we are getting them to sign a contract between us and them where we specifically outline how we want them to promote our services and how we don't want to promote the services. And they are signing that contract before we can start working with them. And thirdly, I told you that we are receiving 3,000 to 4,000 phone calls a day, and our employees on the phone are obliged to report anything that they believe is not in line with our ethical standards. And our code of conduct, which I'm showing you here, every single employee are signing that when they start working with us. They are signing not just once, they are signing every single page. I can also document that for you. And in here, one of the things is that they are obliged to report anything which we believe is not in line with the way we want to work with partners. So that is exactly the way that we are vetting them. First, when they contact us, we tell them, this is the way we want it to be done. You have to apply with all Abesteem criteria. You have to sign this contract. And we're also telling them that our agents are obliged to report anything which we believe is not in line with these rules and is not in line with the contract they are signing with us. And yes, I can also guarantee you that we are not perfect. That's why I'm saying thank you so much for letting us know that you believe that some things with one of our partners is not in line with Abesteem's rules and regulations. And as soon as you document that to me in an email, I will take action. I really appreciate that you told me that.
So to recap, what you're saying is that your employees are aware of like the code of conduct and the ethical rules and everything, and that they are monitoring the calls and reporting the possible misconduct to you or to like Abesteem, for example. Then
no, to us.
To you, yeah, right.
We report it to them, and we also report it to Abesteem. Every single call that we have with a caller is recorded. Every single action on the screen, like video, is also recorded, so we can demonstrate exactly. That means that if someone calls us and tell us that they believe this and this is not correct, we are asking them to show the screen to us so we have documentation. All of that I can also demonstrate to you.
Right. But the thing is, like, if all of your employees are going by that code of conduct and monitoring these calls, then how can it be that until now it has not come to your attention that this is what's going on? I mean, Outbyte is not a small thing. Like this software. There must have been thousands of calls already like this.
I answered that question to you now 7 times. I would gladly answer the 8th time. I tell you, my friend, we are not perfect. and I am sure that you are not perfect too. I am not perfect. So until now, I have not had this reported. I'm very glad that you reported that to me.
But how can
and I will take. I don't know. But I can tell you that every single week we are reporting things to our partners which we think is not correct or they have to change. But how it could be that I have not had this reported to me, which you show us in this call, I can unfortunately not tell you, because I'm not a fortune teller, or I cannot look into the future, into the back. I don't know why this particular thing has not been reported to us yet, but I'm very glad and I'm very grateful that you have reported this to us. And as soon as this call is over, I will take action.
But the thing is, that's exactly the job of a compliance or a chief compliance officer, because he has to make sure that if something like if he has like a violation.
No, my friend. Now this goes. Now this goes in circles for the 10th time.
No, because you didn't. Please let me finish. Please let me finish. It's my stream. I want to finish my question, please.
I told you that we are reporting our partners every single week.
Yes, you have already told that, but please let me finish. You are saying that there are so many calls, and yet you said you're not perfect and that you have failed to take action on this.
No, I did not say that. I did not say that we have failed to take action.
No. You have said. Sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
I think that you have to listen to this call one more time after, because you have now been putting for the fifth or the sixth time. For the fifth or the sixth time now, you have been putting words in my mouth which I have never said.
I'm sorry, that might be a language barrier, because I'm German and having a live call in.
Even though you're German, you speak very well English, and I do too. There is no language barrier, my friend.
There is. So if you said that you're not perfect and that it might have slipped your attention, or like your employees' attention, that this company has been breaching the contract or like the code of conduct. But the thing is, like, Outbyte is probably I don't know how much exactly calls you're receiving, how many calls you're receiving from them, but this is not like a single. Can you tell me?
I know.
Yeah, how many calls are you receiving from them?
I think we received 46 calls from them yesterday.
Okay, so 46 calls yesterday, and none of your agent has been bringing this up to the attention that there might be a possible breach of the misconduct. Is that correct? None of them has reported that. Yeah.
Correct.
And then why is it? Is it because your agents are not well trained? Because they are not interested in reporting the issue? Why is it that none of these have been reporting the issue to your chief compliance officer?
You know, I cannot answer that question. I can only tell you.
You're the CEO of that company, and next to you is the chief compliance officer. He should have the answer to that question, because that's literally his job.
No. The answer to that question is we don't know why this specific thing is not reported to us. And now I will tell you for the 11th time that we are having things reported to us on a weekly basis, and we take action every time. And now I tell you, yes, maybe that specific thing that you are showing us here has not been reported. Why? I don't know.
For 47 times on a single day, it has not been reported. That's not a simple answer.
But listen, I think you forget something. I think you forget something very, 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 very important here. And it was not 47; it was 46 times.
Oh, I'm sorry.
46. Okay, and then what you are showing here is you opening the app, right? You showed the app, correct?
Yeah. Right, yeah, okay. That's correct.
So someone is calling us to get help with this and that and whatever. They do not necessarily open the app, right?
They do have the app open because it has your number on there. Otherwise, why would they get your number?
So you have been sitting on our end and seeing what we are seeing when people are calling us?
Well, you said that you're connecting to the clients via TeamViewer, and you also said that you're receiving 46 calls a day from Outbyte.
No.
So
if you let me explain, instead of just trying all the time to put things in my mouth, I will tell you, for instance, yesterday, and I'm trying to answer your question, why this has not been reported, okay? We are still at that same thing. So when we are receiving 46 calls yesterday, first of all, I cannot tell you in this particular moment how many of these people's computers we connected to. But normally we connect to around 30 to 35%. That means that in yesterday, we would most likely have connected to 15 to 20 computers with an Auslogic customer.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
Next. It is not the same that they have the app open when they call us. It's also not the same that we are seeing the app, because it could be that they're calling us for other reasons. So what you showed us here is not necessarily the same as we will see when we connect to their computer. Does that make sense?
Well, partly, yeah.
Okay, so in that case, I think I answered your question. It could actually be that yesterday with the 15, 20 connections, that none of these callers had the Auslogic product open. Okay, does that make sense?
No, like the possibility is there, but the possibility is very small, because why would they close the app when...
Actually, it is not, and I'm telling you that I'm running my company from here every single day. And again, I would really encourage you to come yourself and participate in live sessions. You can come here and make videos. You can come here and interview our agents on the phone. And you can see for yourself how we are conducting ourselves and how we are doing on the calls. And you know what? I think it would be impossible for me to instruct 500 people to lie the day that you are showing up, right?
It's not about that. It's about...
No, it is really about that, because I think it would be impossible for me to say, okay, now this fine gentleman, he's coming tomorrow, and tomorrow you should just all lie. I can tell you, I've been running companies long enough to know that it is not possible.
You don't need to lie.
So whatever day you will come, you're more than welcome, and you can see for yourself what is going on. And I can guarantee you, my friend, that your view on what you believe now would be completely different. So again, I will encourage you on my expense to come and see our company and our offices and see how we operate. And now with the question you asked, how could it be that this was slipping? You will see for yourself that most of the times we do not see the app, because many times they had another problem. They just wanted to, for instance, conduct a health check on their computer. They could not, they didn't know how to click on this, on that button for the right Windows experience, and many other things. So if you do not understand what I have explained to you here, I find it difficult to explain more details.
The thing is just like, let's say only 1% of the customers have from the call, are going through the whole process of calling your company and then getting connected to the TeamViewer session of your employees. So let's just say 1% has the app open, the Outbyte app from all calls. And then if it's just 1% that has the app open, then within a few days at least, you should have some reports of that from your employees, because 1%, that's only in 2 days you already have 100. So you have at least in 2 days you have one person that has the Outbyte app open. So in a week or so you should have at least 1 or 2 reports or 4 reports by your employees about Outbyte, right?
No, that is also not correct, because have you installed that product yourself?
Yes, I've tested it. I've tested it on a clean virtual machine, and I've looked at the...
I did not ask if you have tested it. I asked, have you installed the product?
Yes.
How many windows are there in this product?
One main window. It's basically...
No, there's actually many. How many layers are there in this product? Just so you're aware, I have created my own antivirus products. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not that sure that you do that, but never mind. How many layers are there in this product?
I'm showing it right now on the stream. Basically, that's how it starts up. It usually starts at status, but the first time you're opening the app, it actually scans for malicious problems on your computer. So this is the only basically layer that is there. You can go into the details and you can click on performance, etc., or privacy, and then get more details there. But this is the main screen, and in the main screen it has your phone number on there.
It has our phone number other places as well, and you don't need to have this be open in order to call us, right?
It further proves my point, because if your phone number is in further places, then usually the people would have more chance to have the program open when they are calling you, because what they are doing is like they're taking the phone in their hands, dialing the number and getting connected to you. They don't close the program and then call you, because that doesn't make sense. They are getting the problem, or like they want assistance with the software, and they're directly calling you. So why would they close the program? And if your phone number is listed on several of the screens, then the possibility of them having the software up and running when they are getting connected to is even higher, because there's more phone numbers and more possibilities that a customer in their flow, in the process of calling your company, would have that app open. So that's why I'm saying, like, the possibility, at least this screen here, that's the main screen, the possibility of this being open on the customer screen is very high, because that's when the customer takes his phone in the hand and calls your company. Right, and at least in a week, let's say in a week, and you have around 50 calls in a day. So in a week, I think you're 24/7. So 7 times 50, is 350 calls in a week. And just assume that's 1% that has the app open and goes through the whole process of getting connected to you. So if only 1% has this, then that would be 3.5 calls where your employees are connected to the client's computer and it has the app open. So these 3.5 employees or cases, there should be the employees that are following your guidelines and report the possible misconduct of Outbyte to you, and either to you directly, the CEO, or to the compliance officer. So that's why my question is, like, in a week you have 3.5 possible cases of agents of you failing to report the issue. What's the answer to that?
First of all, I will try to tell you now for the 13th time that we get reports every single week, and we are reporting that to Apple Team and to our partners. And I can demonstrate that to you. Okay, I will gladly send you every single email that we have sent. If you just allow me to black out the email addresses, so I'm sure you don't reveal them, I can give you every single email demonstrating that we are reporting this. Do you have any idea how long time we have been working with Auslogic?
No, that's a good question, actually. I want to know.
I think that's a very good question, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay, we've been working with them for a month.
For a month
I can
only?
also, for 1 month only, yeah. It is our newest partner, our absolutely newest partner.
Oh, really? Can you prove that? Do you have like?
Yes, I can prove that too. Yes, I can prove that, and I will gladly prove that to you as well.
All right, that sounds good. Can you prove it on the live stream right now, or is it like having confidential information that you cannot show right at the time?
How would you like me to prove this on a live stream when I'm sitting in a conference call talking to you?
Well, you can share your screen and then open the email or the contract, or like holding the contract in the camera or something. If that
so
would
do
be
you
possible.
think I have the contract of Auslogic in my hand right now, not knowing what you wanted to talk about? I'm sitting in a conference room talking to you. That means that I need to go to finance and ask them to find the contract, and then I will go back and show it to you on the screen. Are you serious now?
Yes, I'm serious, because like you are two persons. Like Georgi could do that for you in the meantime, if he's not talking to me anyway.
So you don't believe, so now you don't believe what I'm telling you?
I'm just saying that would be interesting for the live stream, so for other people.
I'm just asking you. You don't believe what I'm telling you?
That's not a question to ask. The question is if I'm looking.
Then I will just tell you. I will demonstrate for you that we've been working with them for 1 month.
Yeah, can you? Go ahead.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Don't worry. I will.
Yeah. So show me. Like, how do you want to demonstrate that you're working with them for a month?
I can show you a copy of our contract.
Do you want me to send it to your LinkedIn afterwards?
Yeah, okay. If that's possible only afterwards, that's also fine. I thought that you would be able to show me that right on the call, because then that would be something that the viewers would see.
I'm not able to show you that right on the call, and I did not know if you would ask anything about my wife or my 4 kids. That's why I did not bring my wife and my 4 kids here either. I showed up just saying, yes, I would like to listen to you. I would like to answer your questions. You were not telling me anything about the nature of the call. I just said to our compliance officer, Georgi, that whatever the gentleman want to ask me, I would gladly show up and try to answer. If you want more detailed information, I will also gladly answer and deliver that to you, okay? Don't you think that is good enough?
It's good enough, but you're using excuses again, because I've talked with Georgi previously.
What excuse do I use?
I have talked with Georgi previously, and we have talked about Outbyte. So the possibility. Why do you keep interrupting me? I've been listening to your introduction, for example, where you've been talking for 10 minutes straight. I've listened to that very calmly and also let you talk. But you want me to go on? You want me to go on your call, right? You want to talk to me, right? Or you want to listen to us? Or I don't understand why I'm here then. Yeah, I don't know. Like Georgi, I was initially talking to Georgi, and Georgi said you wanted to join the call. That did not mean that.
Are you aware of the header of your own live session here? Are you aware of the what is the header of this live session?
Yeah, I know that. I've made the header of that live session myself.
What is it? Can you tell me what that is?
Why can't you read or what? Like it says clearly, you can read that yourself.
You insult me as well.
No, this is not a question that you have to ask. We are here to discuss about Outbyte and your business relationship with them. You do not need to ask questions that are obvious.
The header here is AnyTech365 a scam.
Yeah, and can you read further? Can you read further? A discussion with the chief compliance officer. It does not say it's CEO. So first and foremost, initially I was planning to talk to Georgi. And if
don't you think it's better to have the founder of the company?
Yeah, it's good as well. But the thing is, like, I've almost nothing to talk with Georgi at this point because basically 99% of the time I was talking to you, right? So
because I know the company better than Georgi, because I founded the company. Georgi has been working here for 4 years. I've been working here for 6 years, and Georgi thought it would be better that you talk to me instead of him.
Yeah, fair enough. But if you want to go ahead and make a discussion about the title of my live stream, then you should firstly do it properly.
No, I was just a little bit annoyed when you don't trust me, and I told you I'm sitting here now for almost 2 hours and answering all your questions and trying to explain to you what our company is all about, and I'm going to reveal everything, and I'm going to tell you everything you want to know, and I also tell you that I would gladly show you the contract we have with Auslogic, and I'm telling you that we have been working with them for a month, and if your calculation is correct, we have 3.5 opportunities every week to see if something is wrong. Exactly. I also told you in the same call here that yes, we are not perfect. Are you perfect?
At least to this point, I don't let opportunities slip like this, like 25 times. How many times did you say? 2.5 times a week.
And now you can also not calculate anymore, because 4 times 3.5, that is actually not 25. That is 14. But never mind. I am here to answer all your questions, and I will gladly answer all the questions. I also think that what you and your friends are doing is very, very good. I want to support that. We do support that. You know what? I think it's very good that you are helping to clean up the internet. But I also think that sometimes you should just get your act together correctly, and you should also sometimes accept if you maybe was not rightly informed, misinformed, or maybe did not read up on the topic enough before you start what you're doing. But never mind, I am here to answer all your questions, and I am here to support you. I assume that your quest here is that you want to protect consumers on the internet. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yes.
So in that case, I can guarantee you that you and me, we are in the same boat. And as soon as you come and visit us, you will see for yourself. And again, I would gladly participate in other calls. I would gladly participate in other talks with more topics, no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, that sounds very good.
Now when we are here, just keep on shooting. I already lost my other meeting, so now if we have to go on for another 1 or 2 hours, I have no problems. I'm here to answer your questions.
That sounds fine. I didn't want to cause you to miss your other meetings, but that's why I was okay.
Don't worry.
Yeah. I mean, it has to be seen like in the future.
So can we end this topic with saying thank you so much for letting us be aware. Thank you so much for showing us this. I can guarantee you that we will take action. And this has been slipping through our fingers. I agree with you on that. We will take action, and I will also demonstrate to you on that point that we will take action. So we will help the consumers out there. Is that sufficient for you?
Yeah, that's very sufficient for you, and I'm looking forward to a reply from you where it shows that you have been taking action. And if no action has been taken by AppSteam or cleanups in a certain period of time, that the affiliated companies or apps are not compliant with the rules, like the self-regulations that you have made, the compliance rules, that you're distancing yourself from that group. Because as we both agreed on previously, if you're part of this group and you're affiliating yourself with scam companies such as TechLive Connect, although you don't want to mention the name, that is bad for your company reputation, and it might mislead other scam baiters. Like I myself, I do research about the companies that I'm baiting, but I can see that when there's like younger people or people who are not doing the proper research, as you already said, that they are doing the scam bait or they causing harm to call centers like yours, because they are seeing what I see. They see it in the pop-up. They can see it, like your number being associated with the pop-up, and then they call up your company. So it would be very good for your company to take any action, be it directly by stopping the contract with Outbyte or by distancing yourself from this cleanups or AppSteam, to make sure that there's lots of space between the scam companies and your company, to make sure that nobody is confusing you for a scam.
I completely agree with every word you just said. I think that you are absolutely right.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. So yeah, if you can, I think that's a good end for today. And if you can just email me or via LinkedIn or however you want, let me know any actions you've taken.
No. That was not the agreement, my friend. The agreement was that you would provide us with documentation. As soon as we get that, I will take action.
Yeah,
that was
right.
it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I take that for granted, because like right after the call, I will send you the screenshots, and I'll upload a second video of mine where I interacted with this Outbyte app, where you can see like how exactly it works. Sadly, it does not have your number on there because I installed it on American virtual machine, and it seems to detect the language, so it has like an American number on there, which seems to be Outbyte support directly. But I can assure you that, yeah.
And you are more than welcome to do so. And as soon as we receive it, I can guarantee you that I will take action. And I would also really like to have a copy of this live stream. Please send that to us if you can send that to us in a crumped version, so it's not too heavy. Please add that to our to the email, because that would be easier for us, not only have the link but also be able to distribute the video better, because I think that a lot of very interesting topics have been discussed here, and I think that you are bringing interesting topics to the table, and we are only here to try to do everything we can to clean up the industry. And I will again encourage you to carry on. On that note, is it possible for you to also make a copy of all the chats that you receive, so we can take action on those as well, and see if there are any things that we should address? Is that possible?
Yeah, like the live chat will be, I mean, the video, like the live stream will be available on my channel. And I'm just asking the viewers if they have any questions that I can ask to you. One one guy asks, what does take action mean?
Oh, that is very clear. That is very clear. As soon as we get the documentation from you, the action that we will take is that we will bring this documentation in front of Abasteem and in front of Auslogic. And if what you are documenting is correct, I can tell you for sure that is my belief that Abasteem will tell Auslogic to change. And if they do not change, we will not work with them, because we cannot work with an app who violates any of the app requirements from Abasteem.
Yeah, that sounds good. Another question was, has anyone been fired for not following the company policies, or what are the the outcome of breaking the rules?
You can answer.
By the way, hi George again. Hi Neve. First of all, I'm more than welcome to share our main compliance scorecard, so you can see that we have things that we do not tolerate, and which we call blow-ups, and then we have also fireable offenses. Okay, we have so far, I think, 4 cases of immediate termination of contract due to fireable offenses. So to answer your question, yes.
And
which I also obviously demonstrate to you.
Yeah. So every time someone is offending our code of conduct, our rule set, violating, depending on how critical it is, people are getting a warning. But we have incidents where people are getting dismissed immediately. And again, I don't know if you have had a company yourself or been running a company. I've been doing this a lot, and also with many employees. The bigger the company is, the more difficult it is to control every single employee you have. And sometimes you are dealing with people who believe that they are clever than the rules, and who believe that they can decide the rules themselves, and who believe that I do not need to follow the rules. This happens in any company, and especially when it comes to companies where a sales element is involved, because people believe, oh, if I just do this, or if I just do that, maybe it would be easier for me to sell, or I will sell more and I will make more money. You know what I mean? So I can again tell you that we are not perfect, and I can tell you we are also having employees from time to time who violate our guidelines. And yes, we have fired quite a few, maybe 4 or 5 over the last 2 years, who have not followed our guidelines.
Okay. And another question was, how do you investigate customers who complain about their product? What's the steps? What's the outcome? I believe, I'm not entirely sure like how the question is meant, if that's about the software, about Outbyte, or about the tech support that you are directly providing to the customer. I assume to the tech support.
I would like to make that is interesting as well, because I remember you earlier mentioned the real defense and $20 for a month for the product. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
First of all, I don't know their product. At this point of time, we are not working with them. We are not doing support for them. I know the CEO, Gary. I met him several times. Georgie met him as well in our summits. I am not aware of the details of the product. I don't know if they are having any services included. As far as I have been told, I think that they are adding help and support services themselves as a part or as a feature of their product. Hence, I think that €20 a month is not expensive at all, because if their customers have the opportunity to contact their support team and their team of technical experienced people, I think that we can all conclude that you cannot talk to them that much for €20 a month before it's going to be not a very good business for them if they have to pay salaries. So I do not know what is included in their €20 monthly subscription. I do not know the details of the features within their product, so I cannot talk anything about that. I don't know different products. I also don't know the ins and outs of our partners' products. The only thing I can tell you is that before we onboard a partner, which is if it is a software partner, our technical team are checking and testing the product, and that includes you guys as well, Georgi.
Yes.
And if we believe that this product is not good, if we believe that this product do not add value, if we believe that this product is for no use at all, we are not going to work with them. But what people are pricing their products for, if they want to sell it for $4.99 or $299, is not up to us to decide. Does that answer make sense to the question?
Yeah, I think it makes sense. Yeah, although I thought that it was rather meant to your company and not about the other ones, like Real Defense. But yeah, that's fine.
Please ask the question again then. Please ask the question again.
Hold on 1 second, I'm just scrolling up again. How do they, like the question was asked, and I quote, how do they investigate customers who complain about their product? What's the steps? What's the outcome? So I assume that the product is your product, being the tech support, and not the third-party companies like Real Defense or something.
I don't. Do you understand?
Yes, I think I do. I think the user is asking what do we do when our own customers of our own service and products complain about our own service and products, correct?
Right, yeah, that sounds good, yeah.
Right, so, okay. So, first of all, you can check our refund policy in our terms and conditions, which is also available on the internet. There's a no question asked refund policy, okay? We demand 100% satisfaction from our customers or money back guarantee. There's absolutely no problem with that. That's first thing. Second thing, we have obviously customer support team working 24/7 as well, available to answer all issues arising from from our users. I can also tell you, and I can also demonstrate you our chargeback and refunds rates, which are far lower than the industry average, which also speaks for itself. So we are pretty confident with the quality of the service and the product we're offering. We are pretty confident that we have thousands of extremely happy customers who are gladly using our service and our products. And we are, to be honest, extremely proud with where we've been. I mean, where we have been, where we were when we started, and where we have been going. So it's also a journey for us. And
but is this question about whether or not our service is worth the price?
No. The question is, what do we do when they complain? If there is a complaint about our own services?
Yeah, of course. Have you been reading our terms and conditions?
Yeah.
No, perfect. Like me personally, I didn't read the terms and conditions. No.
Okay, I think that it would be a good idea to read the terms and conditions of our service if you want to figure out if we are a scam or not. But anyway, I will tell you that throughout the entire subscription period, we are offering people a satisfaction guarantee, and it is 100% satisfaction guarantee, or we offer people the money back. And again, I will tell you, yes, we do mistakes. Yes, we connect with 3,000 to 4,000 people every single day. And sometimes we have employees who got the wrong leg out of the bed. Sometimes we have employees having problems with their wife or their husband. Sometimes we have employees who have hangovers because they've been out drinking all night, or just have a bad day, and delivering a service which is not what we want. And then we have customers who are not happy. And then if customers are complaining, the good thing is that at any given time, they can get 100% money back if they're not happy with our service. And I can also demonstrate to you that We every single week, I think we have 1 or 2 cases where our customers do not believe that our service met the standards, and we are paying them the entire amount back. That's one answer to the question. The other answer to the question is, for what people are getting with us, access to our certified Windows, Mac, and Android technicians, we think that the price that people are paying, unlimited access, we think that the price that people are paying for our service is very cheap indeed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, that sounds interesting. I don't know if it's cheap or not. That is up to the person or like the customer to make a decision upon that, and to judge if they need the support. For example, for myself, I would find that overpriced because I know like how to fix computers or solve these kind of problems myself. So that's why I don't.
If you allow me to interrupt you, you're not our target user, right? We would like to help people who actually need help, right?
Exactly.
We don't want to help everyone.
So if you don't need help because you're an expert, I think that you don't need our service, right?
Right. Yeah, that's exactly the point that I was trying to make. That it depends on the target audience if the price is correct for them or not. For example,
but if you're paying, for instance, 18 euros a month, for unlimited access to our certified technicians, 365 days, 24/7, I think that we can all conclude that is very, very cheap, right? If you need it. If you are like you, do not needing it, why should you pay anything? Because maybe you are better or as good as our certified technicians.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly the point that I was trying to make, that it depends on the person and the targeted audience, if they value the service that you're providing and the price at which it comes. Yeah.
Which they obviously do, judging by our online reviews, right? So
yeah.
So if you look at if you look at our reviews as we talked about in the beginning, maybe we can look at what people are saying about our service. And again, in order to make sure that every single person are happy, and if they are not happy, they are not getting charged for anything they don't want, we offer people a 100% money back guarantee.
Because this is what the bottom line is, isn't it? Right? We want to help people who need that help, and that makes them happy and satisfied. That's all what matters, right? Wouldn't you agree, Sony?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, actually, I'm happy with that, because at the end of the day, we're trying to help people, whether it's you helping people to navigate with their computer and to fix problems, and whether it's us, scam baiters, or like me in particular, trying to shut down the bad actors and the bad call centers who are deceiving people by impersonating Windows or Microsoft, etc. Yeah.
And we are, as I said many times already, I really think that that what you're doing is very, very good
and important.
And to be honest, of course, it's sad for us that from time to time that we are putting in the same category as these guys. That's also why we are spending time on being on this call, because the more that you guys succeed, the better it actually is for our company. You know what? The better it is for our company, because all the bad guys will go away and we will be here doing things the right way. I think maybe you can share a link with the guys where they can see that we just went live this week with MediaMarkt in Spain and MediaMarkt in Italy. For you guys who do not know who MediaMarkt is, it is the biggest retail chain in Europe, with more than 1,200 outlets. At least you, because you're German, you know everything about MediaMarkt. Right, and again, they are promoting our service because they know that their consumers are requesting our service, and they also know that they cannot deliver the service themselves because they do not have the amount of people, and they do not have the certified people. The thing is, I think Georgi is now sharing a link in the chat, so you can click on those 2 links and you can see them even proudly promoting our logo. So let me just ask you a simple question here, right? Do you think that these guys, MediaMarkt is the biggest consumer electronic reseller in Europe? do you think that they will promote our service and our logo if they did not vet ourselves themselves our service? Do you think that they will associate themselves with scammers? Do you think that they have not been testing our service before they are promoting it? That's just a general question for all of you guys listening here.
Yeah. So So what I wanted to say to that is that there's several flaws when auditing a company as well. For example, I was taking down a scam company in India with 500 employees. They had like the biggest scam operation in North India at the time. Their name was America Geeks. And together with Microsoft and other scam baiters in the scene, we brought this call center down. And at the time they were A+ certified by the Better Business Bureau in the United States. And the Better Business Bureau page, I'm not sure if you're aware of that, is some sort of like semi-government, I think they're not government, but they are like a kind of certification page, which is like neutral. It's like a Trustpilot, but on a whole other level, like on a higher level. And they were A+ rated there. And and they also had like lots of good reviews and etc. So other companies associated with them like would look at this Better Business Bureau page and see that their good rating, and they would have no problem at all associating themselves with that, because sometimes companies don't vet the company properly. They're just looking at the certifications and ISO certificates that they have, but not if the business process itself or the code of conduct, etc., is met. So I believe I don't think that, what I'm trying to say is like, I don't think that in your case, for example, MediaMarkt is sending people to your company, like tech people or legal people who are auditing your process and who are auditing like with which companies you're working with and if they are legitimate or not. They are just basing their business decision to work with you on the good reviews and the reputation that you have online, probably, or like the amount of business that you make in a certain size of turnover or something, I believe. Right?
I believe that first of all, I do not. I think it's wrong to say believe, because I know, because I have been making our contract myself with MediaMarkt, and it has been taking 1.5 years. And I think first of all, they will not associate themselves with anything which will harm or could harm their brand. And then they are doing a very rigid test. They are doing ghost calls. They're doing a lot of those. They have been here in our company several times with a lot of people as well. I think 3 or 4 times before they decided to go live. They have been doing God knows how many mystery shopping calls as well. And of course, first of all, if we do not look right, or if we do not have the right reputation or good reviews, they will not even considering us. That's correct. But let me ask you: do you think now? And we can go on. If you want to carry on, we can go on. But do you think that we are a scam company after these 2.5 hours?
I don't think that you're necessarily a scam, but there's definitely some flaws in your process. As you already mentioned, you're not perfect, and we have, like, together, you and me, we have found out that you're working with companies that do not follow your own set of rules of code of conduct and ethical and compliance rules. So therefore, there are some major flaws, in my opinion, in the way that you're advertising your service or generating business using these third-party companies like Outbyte. I mean, I don't know the company name of Outbyte, but the product Outbyte. You mentioned that earlier. Yeah.
Auslogic. Their name is Auslogic.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
So at this point of time, you believe that there are major flaws?
Yes, I do believe, because I already stated that, as we discussed earlier lengthily, that your employees have not met the expectations of reporting a breach of code of conducts to you or to your compliance officer, and therefore, like, the business partners of you are making business, and you're making business, by abusing the fact that people are being misled into calling your number or downloading software in the first place. So if that is not fixed, I believe, because that you already agreed to that in the first place. If these bad actors are advertising your number, then there's nothing that sets you apart from the tech support scams from India, because after all, they are also using the tech support pop-ups on the internet.
I did not say that.
You said you said that. I can in the recap of the. I mean, I will cut that out in the video. You said if the pop-up is there on the internet and it guides people to call your number basically through this Outbyte software, then there's nothing that sets you apart from tech support scams. That you said yourself.
I did not.
So can you recap your opinion, or can you tell me what's your opinion on this?
What I was telling you is that yes, it looks like using the same kind of methods, and then I said that we do not accept that because we are having contracts and we are having guidelines telling our partners that they should not, and in the contract we tell them how they should promote our service. And I also told you that we are actually catching bad guys every week doing it the wrong way. I'm actually very proud of my staff because they are reporting bad habits on the internet to the management team every single week, and we are reporting that to our partners. And I also agreed with you. Yes, this has been slipping through. This is a new partner, and as soon as you provide us with evidence, we will look into it. And if they are not meeting our guidelines or ABSIM guidelines, we will report that. And we will, if they are not changing, we will stop working with them.
Yeah, that sounds fine. And under that circumstance, I can say, I can revise my statement, and I can say, if there's no action to be taken on this company, Outbyte, or the business relationship that you have with them, then I think that there's a serious flaw in your business process, because after this call, I will send you the evidence, I will send you the information, and if you fail to act on that appropriately, then I can surely say that there is a major flaw in your business practice, and yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Yeah.
Now I completely agree with what you say.
Yeah, that sounds fine. All right, then it has been 2 hours and 15 minutes approximately.
Yeah.
I thank you very much for the time that you've spent, even though that you had appointments prior to this or during the stream. Yeah, I will send you the email maybe in an hour or something, and with the screenshots and the evidence. And or yeah, can you send me on Skype the email address that I should send it to you, because I didn't write it down when you were saying it, so that I have it written, the email.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll make sure.
Okay.
I think the last thing is that if you want to ask, I can see here on Georgi's screen that there has been a lot of activity on the chat.
Yeah.
Maybe an interesting next session would be that you ask your followers to write questions.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe we could have another interaction in a week or in 5 days, where you are taking the most interesting questions. And also, if you find things out there in around our industry, which is security app makers or utility app makers or tech support call centers or tech support scam call centers or whatever, if you find anything, please bring it to our attention, because we will bring it forward to people who can help taking them down. We want to participate in this.
Okay, and which people would that be? Which connections do you have to, help facilitating our fight against the scammers? Because that's very interesting.
First of all, I can tell you again, and that's why I think that you should really have a session. You should really have a live session with the founder of AppSteam, because he is very, very well connected, and the founder of Clean Apps as well, which was a former New York prosecutor. Very, very well connected people. I can guarantee you that. They don't want to be associated with any scam companies. They don't want to certify any scam companies, and they are very well connected to Google, to Facebook, to Microsoft, just to mention a few. And these guys have quite a lot of power to bring things out in the open. You know what I mean?
Yeah, partly. I myself have met with a person, an employee from the Microsoft team that are fighting the scams. They have a digital crimes unit that is actively fighting scam calls in India and reporting them to the police and filing legal complaints against them. And yeah, I've already had some conversations with them regarding like what we can do in order to fight them. But at the end of the day, there's not too much that we can do because we are relying on law enforcement end of the day. And law enforcement in India, obviously, as we all know, is can easily be bribed. I myself have come in that situation that I was almost a target of that bribery by the police, and I've almost got into trouble for doing nothing just because they bribed someone. And the same thing that they can do is like they can protect their call center by bribing the police so that no action is being taken, or like only slight action is being taken. So end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Like, I mean, it's good, and I'm looking forward to have future conversations with other people as well to get their input on like what they want to do and how we can work together, or anyway, how to end the scam or to fight them. But end of the day, I don't think that so much more can be done because mostly it relies on these call centers being in India, and we are not in their reach in the sense of we can't.
Jurisdiction.
Yeah, jurisdiction, exactly. Yeah, thank you. So
now in this call, you have mentioned India maybe 20 or 30 times. I can tell you, and I want to be very careful how I word this, not to get in trouble with anyone. We have mentioned to Applestein that maybe they should consider that a call center recommendation would be that, number one, call centers need to guarantee native speaking people with every single call that they are receiving. We are supporting 21 different languages, and maybe also due to the nature of the history, and you said yourself maybe 20 or 30 times in this call, that if you are based in India, there should be even more serious or rigid requirements just based on the history of the country and the amount of really bad acts and stories that has been around the call center industry in India. So we have actually suggested to them that just by being based in India, it should be more difficult. Unfortunately, I think this is not fair for the right ones, but based on the history of so many bad guys there, it should be much more difficult to be certified just by the fact that you are based in India. These are the two things that we have suggested to them, that you have to guarantee native speakers with every call. And if you are based in India, unfortunately, it should be even more difficult, or it should be tested much stronger than if you are based in, for instance, other countries and regions in the world where there is not such a big history for scamming or deceptive behavior.
Yeah, I totally agree with that because obviously we're dealing with that every day, and 99% of these call centers are located in India. So I don't think it's racist or anything to say that the country has a bad history in this kind of thing, and there should be more, more stringent checks or audit processes to be in place. As compared to Spain, for example, where we know that the police is working properly and within the European Union, and where things could be prosecuted. Like, for example, if you were a total scam, then we could also report you to the police and they would take action. So that's why I agree that Indian companies or call centers have to be vetted more carefully because of the flaws of the jurisdiction and the law enforcement over there. And I also wanted to mention, we already had one success story. a member of our community, was working with Microsoft in the sense of he provided information to them. And due to that report that he has made to Microsoft and provided the evidence, we have arrested 3 people, Indian nationals in New York, that have been arrested for tech support scam, and they were traveling to New York for business purposes to meet up with the American guy who's being part of the scam and facilitating the payment gateway. So yeah, we also have some success stories. The guy is CJ, and a little shout out to him. And yeah, we're doing that as... Yeah?
What? I said, well done, CJ.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, well done, CJ. So we are also having making progress or trying to make progress in this regard and working with companies in order to fight these scammers together, because end of the day we have information, like we have evidence of the scam. We are posting pop-up numbers and pop-up links and phone numbers every day of pop-ups we find, and we are baiting them, we are calling them and recording evidence. So we have the evidence and we do all the man-hour, the man-work that companies like Microsoft are needing in order to proceed with their legal proceedings against the scammers. So in that way, we are working with companies and trying to get scam baiting or the prosecution of scammers to the next level by providing information to them. So we gladly work with companies that are on the same side as we are and are in some way or another helping us, or we can help them in any way, shape or form in order to fight the scammers. So I'm really gladful if there would be any possibility with you. I don't know at this time how exactly that would be, but if there would be any possibility either through you directly or to the business contacts that you have, that I can talk to people for example this guy from Airbus team, to make sure that we can further single out the scammers and shut them down and protect the good legitimate tech support companies.
I have a few things before we end here. I can guarantee you, as soon as I receive an email from you, I would introduce you to the CEO of Aberdeen, and I am very, very sure that he would gladly participate in a call with you, where you can ask him on some of the things that you believe is not good about his company or his seal, or why he's endorsing this and that, because we have asked him exactly the same questions as you are asking here. I can tell you. We have even put this forward. That's one thing. Another thing is, I really, really want to encourage you to come and visit us. You can bring people here, as I mentioned, and we will pay. Come and see our operation, and let's talk further about this topic. You can make videos from here. You can make a live stream from here. You can do whatever you want. You are more than welcome. We will be 100% open and transparent. And then, to end up, I want to ask you a very specific question. Do you believe that a tech support service done the right way is good or bad? Do you believe that consumers out there, or some consumers out there, are in the need of the service that is real serious companies, let's just say for now that I believe that we are, provide? Do you think that a real tech support service delivered the right way has value for some people in this world?
Yes, definitely. My answer is a clear yes, because obviously people like my parents, for example, who are not so computer literate, they would need someone maybe. In this case, I'm helping them, but there are people definitely that don't have anyone that can help them. And especially in the United States, I think, where people are living in remote places, without their children in the house or near them, they don't have the possibility to have someone come over and help them with the tech related problem. So I really think that tech support in a legitimate way is needed, and is also a good thing for the consumers and society in general, because we're moving to a tech related world where there's more devices like IoT, where smartphones are becoming the main interaction with our friends and with the internet. So yes, definitely we need someone or companies that are helping us and helping people who are not at this level to interact with the tech and who are fixing these problems. So I really appreciate that if there's legitimate tech support companies out there, they're doing a really excellent job in helping people that really need the help. Yeah.
I can tell you, I really appreciate that comment, because believe it or not, hopefully when you come here and visit us, you will see that yourself. But believe it or not, that is how we try to conduct ourselves every day. That is what we believe too. I can guarantee you that is what we believe too.
All right.
So are you by ending this call, are you promising us that you will come and visit us or no?
I can't promise it at this time. I will think about it and ask friends if they are wanting to participate in this, and I will let you know. Anyways, like right now, it's not possible because of the lockdown and the curfew and everything. So I think we have plenty of time to discuss that later on. The plans for the upcoming visit. But definitely I'm interested in that, because I have never been itself in a call center, like not in the call floor where the calls are being made. So I really want to see like how it's being done, and like how it looks like and how the process works and everything. So that would be definitely something very interesting, and that has also been never covered on any tech support, any scam baiting channel on YouTube before. So definitely I would be interested to take this opportunity, and I thank you for the offer, and also for the offer to pay for the expenses. And yeah, I have to think about it, and also in regards to like giving up my privacy in some sorts. Yeah, but we can discuss about that later on.
I honestly think it would be very beneficial for you.
Yeah, in which way? Like, how is it beneficial?
No, you mean to come visit us?
Yeah, it would be beneficial for you to come and see for yourself with your own eyes.
Yeah, definitely.
That not all companies are like you believe they are. That not all companies are acting like the Indian guys that you refer to here.
Right, yeah.
And of course, if you're a little bit worried about your privacy and your identity being revealed, we are always happy to sign like an NDA or whatever, which makes you feel more comfortable. We don't have any interest in revealing your identity. That's not our right to do it, and we don't want to do it that obviously. So
that's not the topic of this discussion.
No, just because he just brought it up. Yeah.
It's not the topic of this discussion to reveal you. You are welcome to come, and then you can make the videos or the interviews you want without putting yourself in, and you can post whatever you want.
Yeah.
All right. We would gladly host you.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for the offer, and I'd like to end the call. The live stream and the call right here. It has been very interesting, and I'm trying to cut down the call to like the key points and send it to you. Otherwise, it's also available on my YouTube channel. Like the live stream will be available at the full length on the YouTube channel afterwards, I believe. Otherwise, I'll do that. And yeah, I'll send you the email with the evidence in maximum 1 hour from now.
I would like you to be able to distribute to us this call in the full length, if that's possible.
Yeah, that's possible. That's if you go to my YouTube channel, I can also let you know the link to it. It will be available on my YouTube channel as like a normal video. Like you can scroll through and listen to it at the full length. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you as well. All right.
Thank you, Nip, and wish you and all your followers stay safe and healthy.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, and thank you for taking the time to. Right. All right.
No problem.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.